This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. The Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. So the Washington Huskies will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on. You're going to see him line up all over the field.
And the ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, that's not the start this offense wanted. The starting running back puts it on the ground on his very first carry. This is a guy they need to have a big game. They need him to get his confidence going, and that last play isn't going to do that.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
Back to the ground with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off?
Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. They'll put that return to a stop with the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's looking on the right side. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Daniels. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to scramble. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
He's got him this time. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. On first down from the 13-yard line. Here's the handoff. Hard running there. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The give to the back. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverine.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
All kinds of running room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. He gets the ball. He's looking the outside Nick. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Williams will pass. Grabs it in the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Getting some heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense. They're turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Looking to throw on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
When the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pulls it in. It's Adams. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Phil, is a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 7 over Fresno State.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's looking deep. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the tailback. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. The Huskies come to the line in the hurry-up. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Williams looking for a man. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And stampeding through the defense. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Huskies. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run play action. Trying to get to him. Gets away. That's it, fly. Got him downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
He finds his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Wolverines come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need it.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The offense really needed some points to dig themselves out of this hole right before the half. What did they do? They turned it over. The worst thing they could do. Now they've dug themselves an even bigger hole.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. First down here for the offense. Williams will pass. They get to him as he throws. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to go up top on first down. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Wants to throw on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. That's caught. It's Adams. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Trying to get rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Off play action on first down. Looking left. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the big house when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're your quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Fires left. A strike downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverine. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Washington wants to go quickly. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Snags it quickly on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? Caught in the backfield. It's Prieskorn. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going up top. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And the Wolverines are on the move. A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And the stomping has commenced.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Schwartz ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Williams will pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Wide receiver shows motion. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wolverine! And the pummeling has started. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Williams looking for a man. Zings it complete to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
I'll tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 2nd down coming up. Williams will pass. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Washington sends out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
No stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sled